So Lizzo's got an album called My Face Still Hurts from Smiling. And I
Mm.
think it is an extraordinarily interesting. I love the album. It's more of that Lizzo vibe, which is like upbeat, cheeky,
Mhm.
body positive, pro woman, pro self, self-esteem. Like she's got a lane. Like I know exactly what is a Lizzo song. It's gonna
Mhm.
be playful and fun and like happy and upbeat. Um,
Semi-political.
yeah, right. And there's always something cheeky to it. And there's a lot of cheeky bits to this where she's making reference to like modern internet culture, like popping balloons and like 6-7, like up to the moment sort of shit. But I think you can't talk about this album without talking about what she just went through. I feel like this is one of the most I am responding to the thing I just went through albums I've
Yeah.
ever heard.
And it's responding to her place in culture in general too, because it's like her verse, not only what she went through, her verse the internet, like
Mhm.
holy. And you could tell that from that first track. I never listened to a Lizzo album a day in my life, but I know all of her hits, right? I know
I
them, and I
love
always
I
appreciate.
love Lizzo. I loved Lizzo from the first single. And my kids were way into it, so it was a lot of times we were like playing it and singing it together in the
That
car.
truth hurts and all
Lizzo's
that.
been around for a minute, so they were younger when she was first blowing up, and we loved her as a family. So she's baked into like we all fuck with Lizzo from way back.
She has that mainstream appeal, and she's like cheeky, so you can see the depth of it, but it's also just very digestible music. And that's what I appreciated, because you texted me and I'm listening to this thing, and I was like, in the gym, I'm like, this is really good. This is
It's fun.
actually
Yeah,
very fun. Yeah, it's
sure.
mad fun. The production is crazy. And how I what she's talking about, for me, it goes content wise, goes up or down, but it
But
really
wait a
doesn't
minute.
matter in the long.
But wait a minute. She's doing a specific thing, right? Because she went through
Yeah.
this whole public scandal around her dancers and like sex and like one of those things that could have taken her down, and it
Hmm.
played its way out and it sort of turned in her favor a little bit. She went on Kiki Palmer and told her side of the story, and clearly the mood changed to where, okay, Lizzo can proceed with your life, with your career. And this is very much a I want my peace, but also like, "Rawr, I'm still here, bitches" sort of album. And like the first thing on there, which isn't a full song, it's sort of an intro, is like protect your peace. And the second thing is the first full song is shut the fuck up.
Hmm.
So she's definitely talking to the haters, maybe the people who hurt her specifically, but then also to the internet haters who were against her and like reclaiming her peace, reclaiming her power, reclaiming her sense of her. And like, it reminds me of, sort of the vibe of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which is very much like
Hmm.
speaking back to specific haters, or even you go back to like Hear My Dear Marvin Gaye, which he was like forced by a court to make and give the proceeds to his wife who he was divorcing. So he makes kind of a crappy album that like here, like just take this,
Yeah, take this shit.
but it's still an amazing album because he's Marvin Gaye. He can't make a bad album. But like
Hmm.
we are specific, the artist is specifically responding to a specific situation. It's very interesting. And like Lizzo's sense of resilience, but also hurt and anger and fight, pushing back against what was coming at her. All of that is in all these songs, I think.
I I completely felt that and heard that in the entire music. Well, my question to you is like, do you feel like if you stumbled on this to yourself, it wasn't a family thing, would you still would you, like, does that play to why you are a Lizzo fan more so than anything else?
No, I like her independent of my family connection around it. I was definitely the one who was controlling the aux. and
He's like, so you use that. He's like, yo, it's a
and
family
like
thing. He's like, y'all
putting,
about to listen
but
to this.
you try to put on things that everybody will like, right?
Yeah,
Not just
yeah.
things that you like. But like I fuck with Lizzo alone, away from everybody else. I love her voice. I love the sort of, it's pop operatic, but she does that sort of gospel-y thing with her voice. I love the way she plays around with lyrics and like, she just like comes up with songs that make you smile and make you happy for the character who's singing them. Because it's always a Lizzo song, right? She doesn't do a song that somebody else could just do. Like it's just a I love you song that somebody else could also say that. It's always particular to her with the lyrics, with the vibe, with the energy. I mean, like I find her spirit to be fun and inspiring. Um, I love her, and I think she has a winning personality and a winning way about her. So I mean, like, yeah, it's
The
deep in
number
me.
the number one thing I could tell listening to the album is her like level of intelligence, like how
Mhm,
cerebral she is, and
mhm,
how great she is as a songwriter in a Bruno Mars type of way. Like Bruno Mars is a
mhm.
freaking beast, and so is Lizzo. When I listen to him, like her obvious supreme talent is songwriting. Like she is
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
supreme
yeah, yeah.
songwriter because she's making like songwriting in the traditional sense, but like you said, it's personal, and that's like the best way you could do it. It's like I'm gonna make something that feels macro, but it's really this personal statement that I have. Even though like to think about it, like the whole shut the fuck up thing and to take Little John and put it into there, it's like this is a danceable aggressive song telling you shut the fuck up, but it still feels a little bubblegum at the end of the day. That's so hard to do. And that's what I appreciated listening to it. And she comes from that whole like 2020, early 2020 era of like Doja Cat, Megan, and all them who are like, I have these TikTok songs like about damn time and feeling
Yeah.
good, good day, things that get like licensed to NFL, to commercials, to whatever. So it's a big commercial person. And then she goes through this thing and still makes this commercial sound, but with more depth and a level of thought that is usually not in that type of music.
Yeah, I mean, the character that is Lizzo is so clear to her and to us, right? Like I could almost A&R for her. For her, I could look at a song, Lizzo song, or is that not a Lizzo song? Just the same way there are certain other artists who we could see, like we know what a Beyonce record is, we know what a Tyler the Creator record is. Like
Yeah,
some
yeah.
other artists, we wouldn't. I don't know. You're not as
I think
clearly
most artists
defined.
you don't know. Most artists fall in the we don't. You could anyone could take the record, and that's the thing about those artists you were talking about that they have a singular, unique identity. But most
Now,
artists don't.
I did you see? I'm not going off subject. Did you see Hit Makers on Netflix?
Yeah, I saw a bit of it.
I love that freaking show. It was a whole show about people who are songwriter producers coming together in different groups trying to make us. You have to make a song for so and so on this theme within 3 hours or 6 hours or whatever it was. And I noted that they were always trying to find that moment that the audience would grab onto with the song, where it was some pop culture reference or some cute little thing that is said that then they know, like, people are going to remember when the
A
singer or
hook,
rapper
yeah.
said that, right? Yeah, a hook, but even like even more grabbier than that. And Lizzo has so many like modern, like hyper modern references within this of like popping balloons and like internet jokes of like, last month or 2 months ago. I'm like, it's a very now sort of record, right? Do you hear that? Do you see what I'm
That's what I'm
saying?
talking about with the songwriting. And she's a person that guarantees somebody might send her a song, right? You're gonna send Lizzo a song, just
Sure.
like you said, because you know what's going on, but she's gonna rework it into something that fits with however she feels at the time, her perspective or her persona. So when she made the one about, I think it's Shut the Fuck Up, where she's talking about everybody like all y'all are doing this on the internet, everyone's doing this, all these different versions of this. How about y'all shut up? Like, I
Mhm.
understand that y'all should have opinions, but you could also shut the fuck up. Like, which is her perspective. And if someone's getting that type of hate, Like, because before all this stuff with what they the allegations and all that, Lizzo was the punching bag of the manosphere. Like, she was just the number one villain to everything that a manosphere red pill person would be. So you got to think about that. You're living your life. You make a song, Truth Hurts. You get popular. You dress however you want to dress, and then niggas is just hating on you. Niggas is talking about why are you wearing this and blah blah. It's like, think about that. So she's dealing with. She had to think about it. What I appreciate is that she didn't go and be like, "You red pill niggas is hating on me," blah blah blah. In her music, she's talking about it from a macro sense. It's like, yo, the way that we are divisive and the way that we using this media that we have is toxic. And this is, you ever thought about shutting the fuck up? You know,
She is political without trying to be. She's just
yeah.
like, I am myself. I am proud and I have self-esteem and I love myself, even though I'm plus size. Deal with it. And yeah, that's extremely threatening to a lot of people, manosphere people, and even some like fitnessy type people who are like, no, we shouldn't celebrate people being overweight. And she kind of became the poster girl of like, we shouldn't celebrate people. And it's like,
I always thought that was weird in the sense of like, all it really is. I don't like to get into that because of left or right or this or that type of thing. It's more so of like just celebrating people. Like, the idea was, I'm just celebrating the fact that it's okay for me to exist. And someone looked at it, you existing is actually a threat to me and my health. So people need to not think about it as in like, oh, let's celebrate this type of body style and blah, 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 as this being a standard. It's like, no, this exists and it's okay to exist. It's a good thing to celebrate your own life and existence.
Yeah, to feel affirmed in your own body. Because it was never saying it's okay to be fat. It's okay to be you. And like,
that's it.
A lot of people are doing the best they can. Just because you are overweight doesn't mean you're not trying to work out, you're not eating the right things. Some people, that's the way their body functions. That's the way their body is for various reasons.
And you don't know what they're going. You don't know what people are going through.
You don't know what they're going through.
Like how people were trying to at first shame certain celebrities for being skinny, and then you end up finding out that they're actually sick or terminally ill or have something going on. People might have, and now they've learned from that, and now they're talking about The Rock. Like, you see The Rock.
But not even that drastic. There are some people who are skinny fat. So even though they appear skinny, their body composition, they're actually fat because they have too much fat on their body, right? And you can't necessarily see that when you see them dressed up in, in clothes. But like Lizzo was saying, it's okay to be me. It wasn't about, changing laws. It wasn't an activist, but it was taken in this sort of way. But on the other side of the world, she's just trying to spread joy. And so she's not really controversial outside of, the manosphere and the body positivity issues, because she's just like, I'm just here to make people happy, and just to smile. And like, so have this happen to have kind of life was
hold on a second.
Let's see. I forgot where it was. I was talking about, but I didn't even mention I Don't Give a Shit, which is also another song on here, right? And like, I Don't Give a Shit is the whole vibe. My face still hurts from smiling communicates I'm so happy. And she's just at peace in her life, no matter what happened. And it's kind of inspiring. She kind of feels like she's on a comeback at this moment. And it's kind of powerful.
I would also like to say the title. I like the title a lot because it also displays perseverance through struggle, because the hurt part of it is very important in that title. My face still hurts from smiling is implying that there is some sort of pain that's there. But it's like, I'm able to fight through that shit. Like, I'm fighting through all this pain, or at the core of me is still joy, even when there's pain. That's kind of what it's saying. So I really like that title.
I'ma get $1 million in the bank.